Yeah, hey everybody, it's Brian with you from TheGameCommon, and we are doing more AI-only battles in Civ 6, continuing with our knockout rounds. We are in the first group, and we already had our first person knocked out. That was the Aztecs person, Civ. First Civ knocked out. Right now, Russia and I think Poland are still hovering at the bottom. Yeah, so we're going to have 3 knocked out. And just to reiterate, because there were some questions on comments, what we're doing is there are 20 total Civs left, well 19, but there were 20 Civs when we started the knockout round. We are going to take the bottom 3, whoever were the bottom 3 in score, from both of those groups, which is going to be 6, and they're going to be eliminated, which is going to leave us with 14 civs left. Then we're going to do it one more time, but we'll switch up the groups a little bit and then eliminate 3 more for each group, which is going to be another 6, which will put us at the last 8, and then the final 8's when we're going to merge up the groups. So we're going to just basically reiterating that for everyone. So anyways, come here, options, auto intern, enable, and let's go. So Cree is actually looking scary. Like, if I'm Mongolia, I'm actually a little afraid of the Cree right now. Although most of these are bombards and musketmen, so they're a little outdated compared to Mongolia in the tech, but still, that's a little scary. Also, Mongolia is like all the way at the end. So we have, what were our dark ages? Did we talk about this last episode? So Rome's in a dark age right now, which is a little scary because they're losing some of their towns. How's Russia doing? They still exist, and they took back Moscow. Congratulations, they got their Moscow back. Is that going to help them long term? I don't know. Probably not. How's Gorgo? Is she friendly? Like, what's going on with her? We've not talked much about Gorgo recently. She's unfriendly with Russia, which doesn't really matter. Or Russia hates her, and India also hates her. So, potential war between them? Maybe. I think right now India's still too focused on Russia or Rome, right? Scotland's actually at war right now with Rome. Rome is doing pretty crazy because they're rolling around with infantry, and they're the first ones to pop out this infantry. So we should be seeing some science victories here before too long. Mongolia's got the helicopters. Yeah, Cree are just a little far behind, so... What's interesting is, like, there's a stark contrast between, I think, Cree and Russia. Like, both started in positions where they're a little bit surrounded next to scary people. Cree were managed to completely survive and succeed. And what's funny is they ended up losing that first war, too, with Japan. And then Russia, on the other hand, just got their butt kicked. Same thing kind of is true with Japan. They ended up completely surrounded, but they're still in a good spot. They got about a 100-point lead still. Japan declared war on Mongolia. Why? Oh, because Mongolia declared war on Cree. I said we saw this war coming. So that's probably bad for Japan, all things considered, because I imagine these guys are going to peace out. We'll see. I would think Mongolia actually has less troops. 1,000. Cree is sitting here at 1,300. Yeah, Cree looks like they have more. India declared war on Zanzibar. Where is Zanzibar? Where's Zanzibar? Right over here. Alright, you could try. Mysore ended up flipping. That's going to be the first of many Rome cities to flip. That being said, I think Rome should have more than enough power on the board to just take it right back. Neither of these cities have walls, so they should be okay. They basically just need to survive until the next era. That's their goal. They just need to survive, hold on to what they have till the next era. Here's the thing, ultimately, you don't have to win. It's just as long as you're not near the bottom. And, you know, yeah. I don't know, maybe we should give, like, it would be nice if we could give an advantage to whoever won for the next round, but we really can't. Like, an advantage, if we could determine start locations, yeah, we'd give them, like, hey, you get the, you know, Scotland start where you're up by yourself with a lot of territory, but we can't really determine that, so it's just all random luck. Which is not 100% based on player skill or AI skill in this situation, but, I mean, ultimately, that kind of... is most sports anyways. You know, you have football, like, and sorry Saints fans, but, you know, 100% based on the whims of the ref, you know, sometimes determining how games play out. So it's very rare that it really comes down to skill level versus skill level. And I mean, basketball, my gosh, you know, as a Cleveland fan with LeBron there through the years, like, how many of those came down to just like whims of the refs the last couple, you know, games and stuff like that. So it's just like, it's hard to sit here and ever design anything in life that is basically 100% skill versus 100% skill. You know, you got ping, you got, you know, lag. You can just have all these different aspects. Okay, so back to the game though. Poland's looking a little scary with all these cav down here. She actually looks like she has a halfway decent army now. Up here at 1,200. She has one of the... Now, Rome is a little scarier. Rome declared war on India. Greece declared war on India. So Rome and Greece did a joint war against India. Now, Rome is spending so much time fighting his to take his own cities. This is going to be an interesting little fight here. I actually think like Greece might be the benefactor of this one. Like, he might be able to take Agra and then maybe even move up to the top city up there, but we shall see. How's this war going over here with Mongolia? Mongolia's flying some helicopters around, flying some tanks around. They are surrounding the city. We'll have to see if he can take it down. There is an artillery here, but he doesn't have any balloons or anything to give it extra range, so he's going to have to move within range of the city. And a lot of his units are getting hit, so I'm not entirely sure if he can grab this. If he can grab this one, he could definitely hold it, I would think. And then maybe go move up and make a play, but we shall see. Fukuoka, and I think... Ah, crap, I forgot how to say this. That was yesterday. But anyways, you ended up to Japan. And remember, Japan's also at war. And it looks like Mongolia mostly right now has the cities, or is mostly focusing their siege artillery down here. I say that, they literally just moved it all away. Or they just all died. It must have died, because I don't see it. And look at... Yeah, there's one there, but that was the same one. Yeah, I think it just died. Sorry. My sword flipped again. Or they never conquered it. Yeah, maybe they didn't conquer it. I love how they were shooting these guys. Oh, that just spawned there. Yeah, I don't know how that war is going to go. The fact that Rome just lost 2 cities, I think the AI might end up just piecing out here. And we're seeing a lot of Greece troops up here. And Agra is wide open for the taking. Wide open for the taking. Moscow, Poland are still neutral. Hello there. Hello. Rome got an alliance with Japan. Ooh, okay. That is probably really good for Japan, actually, because that might make Mongolia think twice about declaring any future wars. Remember, Zanzibar is also at war with India, but I think at this point, India's just trying to hold on. India's looking a little weak. 969, got 1,300. Gorgo's at 689. I would actually still put Gorgo pretty dangerous right now, because they have potential. And India right now also has like subs and ironclads, which aren't going to really help in the scheme for the war. I love how Scotland's trying to take their city back. Oh, poor Scotland. You tried. The Scottish settlers, man, they were just tired of their little part of the world, and they're like, you know what? We're gonna go settle east, because we hear great things about this tundra land over here. And unfortunately, nope. They did get 2 more cities over here on this little island. My gosh. Yeah, they kind of lucked out. Even with that little island there was pretty lucky as well. Not that they needed it, and not that they're, like, really doing all that great. They're kind of smack dab in the middle of the pile. So, next round, since we're eliminating 6 total, we're going to be at 14 total civs, so it's going to be 7v7, or 7, well, 1v1v1v1 7 times, I guess. But there's going to be 7 civs, so it's going to be a few less civs instead of 10. We'll probably go down to small map then at that point. I've had some people once again talk about, you know, why do we do smaller maps? The reason for the smaller maps is just so they're on top of each other, and so that you just don't get a bunch of areas just to expand, because they, Japan's building Broadway. But if they have too much room to expand, then they're just not going to ever fight war, and, you know, we've seen it where they basically just had this peace the entire game. We don't really want that. Scotland and Poland have an alliance. Interesting. Is Russia friendly with anyone? Did you ever get an alliance? No. Everyone hates you too. Poor Russia, man. Everyone's crapped on him all game, and he's done nothing. He's done absolutely nothing. He's just tried taking his territory back a couple times. Rome is throwing down spaceports. Rome is getting those spaceports. Is Mongolia throwing spaceports down? Mongolia is not. They're building a couple wonders, however. And it looks like the war here is peace. Like, it looks like the war's over. Yeah, Mongolia is no longer at war. Japan's probably still at war, though. No, Japan is not at war either. All right, so Mongolia is just not at war with anyone. They're actually trying to take Mysore. I applaud you. Go at it. Is India at war with both? Still at war with Gorgo and Poland, but pieced out Rome. I figured Rome was probably going to piece the fact that they ended up losing both of these cities. They might not be able to grab Setia back. Setia? Probably Setia, right? Which is ironic because it's right here next to the Pantanal. Mysore will get conquered though, and probably by Mongolia, all things considered. But we'll see. Greece. Here's the funny thing. So Greece has been at war, but they didn't move to attack. It almost feels like Greece just got pulled into the war, but that wasn't the case. Instead, Greece declared war. India is still just absolutely in a dominant position. This is like back-to-back games now. We've seen India just go crazy and be in kind of a situation where they're a little surrounded, but still just absolutely kick everyone's butt. So I'm pretty impressed with India, because India was very much one of the weaker civs the last time we played. Last time we did the AI only series. Okay, Satia flipped. And Mysore got conquered. Alright, by Rome. Who's gonna lose in 3 turns again? That's a little crap, dude. Yeah. So they officially announced the Ottomans today for the next Civ 6 series, and 100% we totally saw that, like, we totally confirmed that Fraxis is spying on my streams and stuff like that, because one of the things they introduced, it's a governor for only the Ottomans, but when you fully max them out, that's not governors. When you fully max out the new governor, the last thing is basically ignores all pressure from citizens in the city. And I'm like, yes, thank you. So Ottomans are going to be absolutely someone to, like, that governor is really, really good. Like, it gives you like +10 combat strength in city, like within like 10 tiles of a city. Like, Ottomans are going to be crazy good for domination. It's going to be kind of hilarious because they'll probably be more dangerous than I think Mongolia when it comes to domination. And also probably going to have to rank them in probably the top 5 easily, because they seem really good. The downside is they don't have early units. Their units was the Janissary, which is an upgrade to the Musketmen. And what's funny about it is the upgrade to the Musketmen, if you build it in a city, if it's not a city that was conquered, you actually lose a population in the city, which is kind of intriguing. I'm wondering if you can just get around it by just building a bunch of warriors and just upgrading them, because why not? Genghis Khan got the Venetian arsenal. We're kind of talking about, because there's not a whole lot going on right now. We're still looking at Poland and Peter, and a lot of these late tier wars just tend to not really see much happening. Now that's interesting. So the Free City just flipped with mechanized infantry, even though no one in the world has mechanized infantry. All right. Yeah. Hey, Firaxis, since you're watching all my stuff, can you please relook at the barbarians and how they spawn out their units? It's based on how many people I think have it actually researched. And at this point, we're looking at maybe only 2 people have it researched. But no one actually has any mechanized infantry. So it seems a little weird. Okay, Rome has a mechanized infantry. And I guess maybe it comes down from the fact that Rome had mechanized infantry and it flipped from Rome, so it spawned with mechanized infantry. I still think it should not be based on the Civ. It should be maybe based on a average of everyone in the game. So, hey, most of the Civs still are rolling around with this. I don't know. It just seems a little ridiculous sometimes. Like, specifically when you're playing on Deity, there's times where City flips and you're just seeing, like, these ridiculous units pop out and you're like, all right, I guess I'm never going to grab that. Broadway got finished by Gorgo. Good job, Gorgo. She's struggling right now. Yeah, she's near the bottom with Japan, which is funny because she started off so well. Remember, she ended up she grabbed one of Russia's cities, and then it looked like she was going to be able to make a play on Rome there at one point too, but just nothing ever happened. She wasn't able to succeed in warfare, and that's what you see happen. Oh, she just lost Sparta now. Ooh, hi, okay. India's actually coming in and conquering you now. Scotland declared war on India. Rome declared war on India. All right, round 2. Satia might end up just flipping here. They do have steel, though. They do have steel. So we'll see. Ooh, he got targeted for an emergency. That's what happened. Okay. Because I was going to say, I thought Rome still had a... Can you do emergencies if you have... I actually don't know that. Emergency. Because I would never know. Because here's the thing. If I had a treaty with someone and it wouldn't prompt the emergency because I had the treaty, I wouldn't know that. It wouldn't say, hey, you would have this emergency opportunity, but you can't because you have a treaty. You know, it just would never pop up. And I don't know if I really pay enough attention to the game that when we get an emergency, because usually I'm just like, nah. I never join in on emergencies almost. So it's not like I'm like, oh, I have a treaty. Yeah, so I don't know. You guys have to tell me that. Anything else major happening? Rockets should be going up at this point for Rome. What's funny is they're using St. Petersburg, and that's probably going to be their primary rocket site. Scotland's actually popping out the first rocket. Yeah, 3 turns. So Scotland might be getting the victor, even though they're smack dab in the middle of the score. We'll see. Culture, Gorgo is about a 4th of the way, 5th of the way there. It has some potential. Domination's got a ways to go, and religion's still pretty much exactly where it is. Rome and Greece both declared war on Poland. Why, though? Why? Rome, you're already in like 3 other wars. Oh, poor Poland, man. I'm kind of rooting for you to catch back up, Poland, but it's not looking good. It's definitely not looking good right now. And Japan's building on his lead right now. And Japan is holding back Mongolia. So it doesn't look like we're going to be able to see Poland pull this out. What is going on? Poland! Oh my gosh, you're at war, go! Were you going for Zanzibar? I wonder if Poland was going for Zanzibar, or maybe Japan, or like what? Wait, you're at war with 3 people. India, Gorgo, and Rome. That's a weird one. Japan declared war on Mongolia. Mongolia declared war on Cree. Oh, we got war part 2 again. Mongolia's gonna try again. Scotland got the Earth satellite knocked out. Now here's the problem. Yeah. Cree has steel right now, so unless Mongolia's run around with artillery, it's going to be really hard to take these cities. It's just too much HP on those walls. Well, they're not walls anymore, they're garrison defense, but whatever. You get the point. So Scotland popping out the next rocket? Yes, they are. So they're immediately working on the second one. It looks like next episode's probably going to be it, because I don't think we're going to get to all the rockets here in this episode in the next 10 minutes or so. Yeah, Trajan is sending out the first one, but he's got a ways. He's still trying to catch up. And he's not even sending it out in St. Petersburg, which is kind of funny. 5 turns there. Never mind, he's got ridiculous amount of production. Does he have the second one, the second rocket out? Like the second tech? Yes. So he could be shooting off moon landing. Actually, I don't think you can shoot off moon landing until you do the Earth satellite. Yeah, that would probably make sense. So... but he's got 2 really high production cities here. When he gets to that last tier, I think Rome will probably end up winning it. Science victory. Because when he gets to that last tier, he's just going to be able to spam it out in St. Petersburg and Rome. And I don't think Scotland has as many high production cities at this point. Babylon was one of the ones they were sending out. And Stirling, you can see, which is his capital, 21 turns. That's a little on the slow side. And I guarantee you Rome probably is going to pass him as soon as he gets his Earth satellite up. Cristo Redentor got built by Chandragupta, which is very bad for Gorgo, potentially winning a culture victory. How's he doing? Yeah, he's not doing too great in culture, so probably not going to happen there. This is all still pretty much the same. Chandragupta, though, man. Oof. Scotland just finished the moon landing? Oh, snap. He must have got the great engineer then. Yeah, he must have just got the great engineer that just allowed him to spam it out. All right, well, Scotland's 2/5 of the way there. Cool. Do they have any of the last tech? They have robotics, so they could send off another one right away if they want. I would have saved that last one. If you're going for a science victory and you get that great engineer, you want to save it. You want to save it for the last grouping, because they just cost so much more. And so he's he's building the aerodrome now first instead. Honestly, he should probably build in Babylon, because it looked like Babylon had better production. Yeah, I would highly suggest you sending it out in Babylon. Rome has got 3 turns left, and we'll see how long it's going to take him for the next one. Is India. No, they're not building any rocket districts yet. So India might not have that tech. It's just, nope, he doesn't. He doesn't yet. And he's a little behind now. He's a little behind on tech. Is Mongolia sending stuff out? Kyoto just flipped again? Or Kyoto got conquered and then flipped again? Oh, yeah, okay. Mongolia's just blowing them up. We've been watching the rockets. We forgot there's a war going on. Mongolia's not shooting off any rockets right now either. He's finally building the government plaza. That's a late one. That's a very late one. Cree should be fairly safe, though, because they're popping out infantry. Unfortunately for Japan, they're still rolling around really bad tech. He does have infantry now. But, I mean, look at that. That's a little scary. That is a little scary. I think Rome could hold on... Sorry, Mongolia could hold on to Kyoto if he ends up knocking over this next town. He's got Spec Ops. Ooh. Congrats. I don't really like Spec Ops. I don't really like Scouts, personally. I just think they're really weak. Oof. What happened here? Who are you at war with? Oh, you're at war with Rome, and I think you were at war with Scotland. So I think Scotland maybe took it, and then it flipped. No, it probably was Rome. Yeah, it had to be Rome because it's mechanized. So it's just going to flip right back to Russia. Wow, there's a lot actually happening here. We've been so paying attention. Yeah, 12 turns there. So that was a lot better production city than what you had over here. But anyways, Rome got the Earth satellite. We've been so enamored with these rockets, man. How's Mongolia doing up here? He's doing some fighting, at least. What is Cree's strongest ranged unit? That's a good question. Sub. Okay. So his walls are doing, what, 80 damage? Submarine? No, it's like 65 or 70, right? 65. No, 75. 75. So his walls are doing 75 damage. Compare that to the tanks, which are 75 too? 80. So the walls are doing a little bit of damage to the tanks, but when you're talking about these corps and armies, so that's 80, 90, 100, that's 100, that's a 90. The walls aren't going to be doing that much damage when they hit them. However, these helicopters probably are getting their butt kicked a little bit. And that's what it looks like while the AI is focusing on the helicopter. 82. So then that's 92. Yeah, I can see it either way. I can see it either way. So you got 11 turns here. Did you start? No. Is anyone else working on rockets? No. Yeah, he is. 17 turns. There's a chance here. So both Greece and India got a Dark Age. And Rome got his Heroic Age. Okay. Japan's in Normal Age, Mongolia's in Normal Age. So that means he should be able to hold on to these cities. Yeah, my source flipping back. These two cities, man, don't live there. Oh, man. Just terrible. Just terrible. All right. Continue. Let's go. We'll go for, what, another 5 minutes? 5 minutes or so. We might be able to get to the end. Probably not. Most likely what's going to happen is we'll start the next episode. We're going to see who wins. And then I'll probably put a cut in the video. We'll set up the next game. And then we'll go from there. So, whatever happened? Are you still at war with people? Poland? Yes, still with India and Gorgo, though. So you don't really have to worry about either of those two. Sparta did stay as India. Even with the Dark Age, man. He's holding on to India. Man, Gorgo. Gosh, she fell. She's probably second to last now, right? Or, no, she's not below Japan. I figured she might be below Japan. So at this point, we're still looking at Poland and Russia eliminated along with the Aztecs who are already eliminated. Because we're going bottom score. Kyoto is going to eventually flip over to Japan. I just don't see that happening here. With all those troops, I would be kind of shocked if Mongolia doesn't conquer it. And it looks like Cree ended up just piecing out Mongolia because all the troops now, got ejected. And are you still at war with Japan? No, you're actually at peace with Japan too. So we'll see if he focuses purely on Kyoto. Not only Mysore, but all the way up here too. Man, India's about to lose a lot of their towns, but they're safe, so they don't have to worry too much about it. How is the Rockets? 8 turns. Okay. How is Smolensk? Smolensk is flipping in 6 turns. Novograd is now also flipping. Yeah, it's going to flip in 3 turns, so Russia just is going to be straight eliminated here. Russia ended up in a Dark Age? No, Normal Age. Huh. But surrounded by 2 people in Heroic Ages, that's why. That's why. Alright, well, Russia's about to be officially eliminated as well, so I'm going to go ahead and write Russia. And my sticky note. Well, congratulations, everyone who didn't want Russia to advance. And they got a little surrounded. It's just that, like, fighting three people at once is a little ridiculous. It's a little hard for anyone to take, even Russia. So we're totally going to do a second chance after the knockout rounds just so Russia can come back in and win it all, right? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Please don't kill me. What's funny is just looking through comments how many people are rooting against Russia, which kind of makes sense because you never want the, the winner to actually advance. Okay, so Scotland ended up getting their spaceport pillaged, which is the spaceport that the AI was building the rocket in. And you can actually see that the rocket was here. So the rocket was pretty far along. Now, the AI can be kind of hit or miss on this, meaning sometimes they will just start the rocket in another city, which is a very dumb idea. It's just a heck of a lot better to repair and then rebuild it. AI just isn't particularly good at that. I don't know if that's programmed on purpose, though. That might just be on purpose, just so, give the player a chance, essentially. We'll see. Did Rome end up knocking out that second one? It looks like it. No, it's 13 turns still. They're still getting there. Is that where you were building it? I don't know. Yeah, you almost need to get the great person, man, because it's going a little slow. We'll see. It's definitely going to be another episode. It might take most of the next episode to actually finish it, because these guys are all going pretty slow. Mongolia's finally building his spaceports, so we're going to start seeing some rockets there. Cree, I'd imagine, will be getting some spaceports soon as well, and I would also anticipate India also getting some rockets. Scotland and Rome with the alliance. Rome is pretty friendly now with a lot of people. No, just Scotland. Yeah, his other alliances he's no longer maintaining. Okay, okay. Well, we probably got to wrap this episode up. Yeah. So we want to go options, and let's go ahead and disable auto intern. And let's just let the turn end, and then we'll see where we're at, and we'll go from there. Okay, so as for the actual score right now, Chandragupta is still in first place, Trajan is in second, and at the bottom... Oh yeah, Russia got eliminated. I was like, Japan is now second to last. So no, Russia is officially eliminated. Okay, so we now have Poland, and Poland is pretty far back right now. So Poland's going to need a pretty spectacular comeback to actually win it. So it might just be worth it for me just to continue on. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm just going to let this run off camera, because not many things are going to happen. Like, we could potentially see a nuclear war. That's about maybe it. I mean, I've not seen anyone actually researching nukes yet. There are enough wars that maybe it would happen. I think we're just going to advance. If, like, nukes happen or something like that, we'll probably pop it back in. But we'll end up going to 350, or more likely than not, we'll go until the rockets get shot off. So for now, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll be back tomorrow with the end of this episode, like probably the last couple turns, and then popping over into... Actually, probably just go back with, hey, this is who won, this is what happened. Is probably what we'll do. And then we'll start the next group stage. For now, hope you enjoyed it. If you did, drop a like, comment, let me know what you think. As always, hit the subscribe button, share the game, comment, share your support. I'll see you guys next time. Bye, everyone.